Hey guys, Scott here. Just a bit of a quick video today. I want to offer a response to a lot of comments I'm seeing on Reddit and Twitter and stuff like that, that the new killer sucks. Tokyo Ghoul, John Ghoul, as he's actually known, is not good, and you should make it so he can down while in his power and while he's sliding. I just want to show a couple of examples of how he can actually still have very strong anti-loop. You just have to be creative with it. And again, we're just barely scratching the surface of crazy shit you can do. So there's really basic stuff you can do, but it's still like smart. So you can still go into loops and you can still kind of see where someone's going to. Like you can tell they're going to a pallet right here. So you can just shoot ahead and just cut them off like this. And they're not really able to react in time before they're able to get around. That's going to get you a free down. So being able to predict where they're going to go and cut them off before they go there is a really, really smart thing to do. And again, it's not really like a super complicated advanced tech. It's just basic pathing, knowing where they're going, and then just finding things to bounce off of and cut them off. So little things like that aren't really too advanced, and kind of anybody can do it. There are a couple of examples of being able to do this. Like normally, like you would think a certain tile wouldn't be able to be played, but you actually can if you just gotta get creative with it by just, whipping around them and then body blocking them before they can get back around it. Just doing stuff like that, you can see how if you decided to all of a sudden make this killer have the ability to down, you would be removing all of this potential skill ceiling that the killer has, and I would hate that. Not to mention it would just be wildly overpowered. So I think little things like this that we're just starting to just finally pick up on, it's not so simple as just kick the pallet and catch up in between loops, although you can still do that as well. Things like that are going to be amazing. And then there's also another tech that I'm just starting to figure out how to do properly. I saw this from someone named Wawa on Twitter. And basically you can counter Shack actually by sliding along the side using a little advanced thing like this. You can go and just down people at Shack like that. Just for example, the way this works, whenever you target something past where you are, as this killer, so I'm targeting past the vault, for example. This could be an obstruction, a pallet, it doesn't really matter what it is. But if you aim at it and as you are being propelled towards it, you look away, you will not vault it. So like Wesker in this scenario, even if he's not looking at it, as long as his trajectory is pushing him towards that window, he'll vault it. So you can be looking this way, but still vault this way. This killer doesn't work like that. If you look away immediately and kind of flick to the side, you won't vault it instead, and you will try to get to where that endpoint is in the closest pathing way possible. Around Shack, this just whips you around the entire thing. But because I have the sliding add-on, which will eventually become base kit, I slide past the opening, meaning if someone takes the outside of Shack, they're just straight up dead. So that is just another example of some of the cool shit you can do. Basically, what I'm trying to say is anyone that thinks this killer is weak, you have not even begun to give even slightly enough credit or time to how advanced the skill ceiling for this killer can actually be. We're still just scratching the surface of what he can do. Giving the killer the ability to down while in this power would be wildly overpowered and would invalidate all of the cool shit that people are finding. So I definitely would reiterate that when you offer feedback to the developers for this, you do not bring that up. If I had a suggestion for the killer, I would make it so the initial injure is harder to aim. It's kind of too free. The hitbox of it is basically like this wide. It's almost impossible to miss. And I don't like that for two reasons. One, low skill cap. I want people to actually have to aim to hit. And I think survivors would agree with me that we should have to actually aim to hit somebody. And B, on killer, it'll actually help me because a lot of the time I'm trying to go past where a survivor actually is, but I'll hit the survivor instead, and then nothing happens, and then that sucks. Because the hitbox is so big, I can't not target the survivor in a skinny hallway, and that's really frustrating. So it would benefit everybody, people that are being really advanced with the killer, and also survivors, because, just random shitters wouldn't be able to get free injures every time. At least, make it like this big. Make it like Huntress Hatchet width or something like that. It can still be big, but not like, half of your screen. Just two changes like that. We're already getting this sliding add-on base kit from what I saw, which is fantastic. I'm very excited for that. Great change. And I think we're looking at one of the best killers ever made in terms of design. So overall, yeah, really looking forward to it, but let's chill on suggesting that he needs to be able to down or injure in his power. There was a bug that allowed you to do that. Wildly broken. We don't want that. We don't want this killer to be hated by everybody. Let's try to have like a Wesker where they're actually kind of liked by a lot of people. Let's do it right. Give the proper feedback. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.